What if the story you've been told about Caitlin Clark's rookie season isn't the real one? What if the biggest challenge she's faced hasn't been guarding defenders at the three-point line, but navigating a league quietly steering her momentum off course? And what if, behind all the hype and highlight reels, there's been a calculated effort to keep her rise in check? It sounds dramatic, maybe even conspiratorial, but then came the voice that changed the conversation. Sue Bird, four-time WNBA champion, two-time Olympic gold medalist, and one of the most respected veterans the league has ever seen. She's not some outsider lobbing criticism from the cheap seats. She's as inside as it gets. And on June 27th, on her Bird's Eye View podcast, she stopped talking like a retired player reminiscing and started talking like a whistleblower. Instead of basking in the glow of Clark's astonishing rookie numbers, 31 points a game, a record-breaking 36-point performance on June 5th, and a 240% surge in WNBA viewership, Bird zoomed in on something stranger. Not the game on the court, but the game being played in press releases, PR briefings, and backroom meetings. She claimed there were actual internal memos telling broadcasters to limit Caitlin segments, to shift focus onto league storylines, and to push balanced coverage over rookie hype. Balanced coverage sounds harmless until you realize it's code for tone down the excitement around the one player bringing in more eyeballs than the league's seen in years. And it didn't stop there. Bird says she's seen documents instructing media partners to inject controlled controversy into Clark's storylines, even suggesting racial friction between fan bases as a ratings hook. One off-camera meeting she described was especially chilling. A senior executive allegedly asked, "Can we use the race angle to boost mid-season ratings?" Bird says she was floored. This wasn't about supporting the game or building up talent. It felt like the league was scared of letting one rookie outshine its planned narratives. She contrasted it with her own rookie year in 2002, when newcomers who could light up a scoreboard were celebrated, not strategically dialed down. Back then, rookies like Diana Taurasi were openly pushed as the future face of the league. Now, Caitlin Clark's buzz is treated like a wildfire that needs managing, and then you start looking at what's been happening on the court. On May 18th, during a televised game, Clark missed a contested three, tapped the backboard in frustration, and instantly got hit with a technical foul. No warning, no talking to, just a whistle and a penalty for disrespecting the game. Compare that to April 12th, when Diana Taurasi literally screamed at a ref, tossed her warm-up jacket across the court, and cursed him out, and walked away with just a stern word. No tech, no ejection. The differences didn't go unnoticed. Over the next 2 weeks, social media lit up with compilation videos showing Clark getting hit, shoved, and hacked with no whistle, while veterans got the benefit of let-them-play calls. In one game, she got stripped on a screen with zero foul called. 2 nights later, a veteran ran almost the exact same screen, and the whistle blew instantly for a flagrant foul. Turns out, referees were getting memos too. A May 10th directive told officials to apply technical fouls to rookies for overt displays of frustration. Supposedly, this was about maintaining competitive decorum. In reality, it looked like the league was handpicking which emotions were acceptable, and for home to BY mid-season, the pattern was impossible to ignore. Every time Clark's fans posted another insane highlight, there'd be an equally viral clip of her getting hit with a questionable call. TV pundits started asking whether refs were acting on instructions from League HQ rather than the standard rulebook. Then came June 10th. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert sat down for a CNBC interview and, without hesitation, rolled out the league's white versus black marketing pitch for the Clark versus Angel Reese rivalry. She praised Clark's shooting and Reese's rebounding, fine, but then explicitly tied it to skin color as the hook. Soon after, a leaked racial arc storyline memo surfaced, with instructions to run side-by-side visuals captioned Ice versus Grit, and for commentators to reference the historic racial dimension of their matchups. Social media exploded within hours. Former NBA players and civil rights groups published open letters condemning the stunt as reductive and exploitative. Even sponsors started getting nervous. State Farm, Nike, and others flagged concerns about alienating fans. Players weren't having it either. Angel Reese went online to say, "I'm here to play basketball, not be a prop in a racial narrative." Clark herself told reporters, "We're athletes first. Our skin color isn't the storyline." The plan backfired. Engagement with league content actually dipped 12% among core fans. even as clickbait spikes briefly rose. What was meant to create nostalgia-driven drama instead became Exhibit A for tone-deaf marketing, and just when it looked like the league might back off, they found a new narrative villain: toxic Caitlyn fans. Every time some troll tweeted something racist or misogynistic at Clark, league spokespeople would lump all her supporters into the problem fan category, urging players to stay off social media instead of confronting the hate. Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe shredded that approach on their show, calling it a cop-out that abandoned the league's own stated values. "You can't wish away racism," Rapinoe said. "You have to confront it head-on." Bird reminded everyone that the WNBA has always prided itself on community, so why ditch that community when it's most needed? The irony. While the league tried to paint Clark's fanbase as a headache, those same fans were filling arenas, boosting TV ratings, and clearing merchandise shelves. Schools were busing kids in to see her play. Local stations were expanding coverage. Whether you loved or hated her, she was drawing attention at a level the league hadn't seen in decades. Financially, Clark's impact was seismic. On April 20th, the WNBA signed a record $2 billion 10-year broadcast deal with ESPN and Amazon Prime, triple the previous deal, and league insiders admitted Clark's potential was the primary selling point. Ticket revenue was up 85% year-over-year by June. Average attendance had jumped from 7,500 to over 13,800 a game. Her number, 22 jerseys alone, generated $25 million in new retail sales, but internally, the league was split. A May 2nd safe versus star power strategy memo laid it out. Option A: lean all in on Clark with exclusive features and wall-to-wall promotion. Option B: keep her as part of a mix, use controversy, rivalries, and veteran comeback stories to keep control of the narrative. Executives clashed. One VP said, "We can't ignore the cash cow." Another argued, "Clicks from conflict don't build sustainable fandom." The result was a weird middle ground, just enough Clark content to keep sponsors happy, but enough controversy to keep her in check. Technical fouls became clickbait. Racially charged promos overshadowed actual game winners. And the story of her rookie season became less about her dominance and more about the circus around it. Fans noticed. A June poll of 1,200 season ticket holders found 42% felt the league was leaning too much on controversy at the expense of celebrating players. Sponsors even paused Clark-focused ad campaigns until the league promised a more authentic approach. Now, thanks to Sue Bird, the curtain's been pulled back. The WNBA is at a crossroads. Keep playing small, manufacturing drama, and hedging on its biggest star, or embrace the surge she's brought, confront bias head-on, and build a future where talent speaks louder than contrived narratives. Caitlyn Clark didn't just show up, she detonated onto the scene. She's packing arenas, driving record deals, and inspiring a new generation of fans. Without her, this season looks completely different. So the question is, do we accept a league that muffles its brightest voices when they shine too bright? Or do we push for leadership willing to celebrate them fully, even if it means rewriting the way the game is marketed? Because if the WNBA really wants to grow, it can't just ride the wave, it has to stop trying to control it. And for the first time in a long time, the fans might have the power to make sure they do.